Okay, so if I understood this correctly, you feed back customers' comments and needs. So
Yes,
you look at the market trends,
yes.
you feed that back to your workshops,
Workshops, I feed it back to my
and then
designers, and then I would allow my designers to give a creative design. What creative design they could do it. Based on that, then we see, so like for example, I have one very interesting piece if I would like to show it.
yes, please, yes, let's have a look.
So this is a very interesting piece. It's a heart shape with a pear shape on the bottom. It has a meaning that it looks more like a sunshine, you know.
Yes,
So this was created, well, it's a very interesting story that this piece design was created by my wife. You know, it's I have two boys. So when me and my two boys, we harass our wife too much, and she's an artist, so her art comes into a play. So that's where she created this masterpieces that I would like to have that heart of yours with a sunshine.
amazing. So it's
So
two emerald
two emerald Zambian
shaped
emerald
as a
heart
heart,
shape, and
and then you've
with
got
all the pear shape, all are GIS certified. So it shows the meaning that it it is growing. It's more like a sunshine.
yes. Oh, it looks beautiful from where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
So the inspiration in this case, did you rely on the market trend and and then feed that back, or was it purely an inspiration in the moment?
So basically, the design, we have to create our own designs also. The inspiration has to be coming from the young talents. We support young talents. We try to nurture them. We try to give them the freedom that okay, you can create whatever you feel like, and then we help them to make sure with our artisans. We they help them to make sure that this design can be converted into a piece of jewelry or piece
Yes.
of art, and that's
Yes.
where the designing comes. And if you see it in our shop, that you will always find something or the other unique design always on the display. We we never try to repeat our pieces again and again, and especially with the color stones, we always have something different from the whole of Dubai market.
So, for someone who has not ever been exposed to this process,
Yeah.
can you walk us through the process of from the first moment that you get the inspiration to actually creating it until it gets into the hands of a consumer?
So basically, when a customer walks in, I or me as the whole team, we try to analyze what exactly they want, what will suit them, what kind of a design do they have it in their mind, or if they don't have any design in their mind, we try to give them a lot of options to make them understand where or what design will suit their personality. So same, all this feedback is been given to our designer. So the designer will have few options ready, like 3 to 4 options ready. Then again we have a sitting with the customer. So that's where why we are a bit different from the other jewelers, that we give that personal touch at every level. We want to make sure that a jewelry which has been worn by a customer, he or she who will look it after 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years down the line, they will always remember the story behind it, that how he or she have entered, what made them decide to buy it at our place, how the designing team has done their work, how the CAD drawing people have given the 3D version of the design which they actually want. And then once the ring is getting ready, we always try and invite customer, because we want to show them that how the hands are working of the at the workshop, so they know how the piece has been created and how the final piece has come to them on their hand.
That must be such an exciting journey for a
It is.
customer.
It is an exciting story.
Yeah.
It is an exciting story. I had a customer who had requested a ruby pendant for her daughter's 18th birthday. She was a walk-in customer, and she was very specific that she wanted that particular origin and that particular diamond. So because we have operation in Bangkok,
Okay.
so I had given all the details to my staff, and by keeping that in my mind that it's the birth date, so we could go extra step to find a particular diamond, and that certificate date was matching her birth date of her daughter. When she saw it, and she was like just out of the world, she was so happy. Now she's become a very loyal and a regular customer and a good friend also. That's where we try to take an extra step, an extra care for the customer. So because jewelry is just not a piece of jewelry, you wear it. It is an emotional attachment where a daughter wants to give it to her, a mother wants to give it to her daughter. So
Yeah.
we try every piece, and so what else we can add to them.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's such a beautiful
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Was it a coincidence, or you went out of your way to find?
No, we had to go out of the way to
Okay,
find that particular
okay.
thing. We had found a lot of other stones which fitted her criteria, but I wanted to make sure that that particular stone had carried that particular date, which was her birth date.
That's nice. Lucky customer.
Yeah.
I hope she was happy with it.
She is, and she keeps buying a lot of things.
Mm.
So, and that's where the brand becomes a normal shop becomes like a brand, because they know that once they walk in through this particular shop, in Pristine, they will be taken care of. Every piece of a jewelry our industry works on two aspects: trust and transparency.
Yeah.
If a customer comes with a trust, and we are transparent to a customer that what exactly they are getting it, and that's where it makes the difference.
I always like to ask my guests this question. What does creativity mean to you, in your own words?
Creativity is just not like basically just making a piece of ring. It's not a creativity is like what customer is thinking in his mind, what my designer is thinking in his mind. How do I get it connected with both of them, bringing everything on table? That's the main thing of creativity. It's not when I sell the pieces to a customer, it's a sale. No, once after selling the pieces, when he or she is happy, that's where the actual sale has happened.
Okay, I see.
So
what
the
you mean,
creativity
yes.
comes that, for example, we have a lot of rare pieces which I come across every day. So we have a lot of set of loyal customers. So I exactly know which customer would be fitting into this particular piece. So when we find that particular piece, we sit down with our designer artisans to make a unique piece out of it.
Yeah.
That would really help us after making that piece, help us that customer would always love that piece and keep it with her forever in her heirloom also.
Is there a piece that's most memorable to you, or has some sort of unforgettable story behind it?
That was one which I told you about, the ruby one. And there is one more, a customer, I had a Russian customer who had been looking for a very big flawless diamond, which was one of the rarest one to find. A pink diamond, a pink flawless diamond, which took me more than 8 to 9 months or a year to find that particular diamond.
Wow.
I had to travel a lot of shows, because we have a lot of business shows like Hong Kong show, Las Vegas shows, and all this. So I had to keep finding, I had to keep spreading this requirement to my network that we need this particular stone. So it took almost 8 to 9 months to get that particular stone, because there are customers who they know that they exactly want this piece only, nothing more, nothing less.
And what did they use it for?
They use it for their pendant.
A
So,
pendant.
but
Okay.
it's just like when they have it, they feel satisfied. It's about the jewelry is also a bit more about satisfying yourself.
Yes, yes. Okay, so let's um, move on to a little bit of the sourcing. I know that you mentioned that your brothers help you with the procurement,
Yeah.
but I'm just curious about the sourcing of the diamonds.
So how the whole thing happened? The most of the rough diamond all over the world,
Yes,
it comes to Antwerp.
yes.
So Antwerp, now Dubai, but before, in like 10 years before, there was Antwerp was the hub for the rough market. So everybody used to come to the Antwerp to sell rough diamond. So before you buy any diamonds, you have to be a responsible jeweler, a responsible company. We need to know exactly where this goods are coming from, who are the buyers. And so in 2008-9, the Kimberley process had started. The Kimberley process is a process where a rough diamonds are authenticated that these are not sourced through a blood diamonds or any other illegal channels. So whenever we buy our rough diamonds, we make sure that it has been transparent. We have all our certification in place. Then those particular diamond go to India for cutting and polishing. Once the cutting and polishing of the diamond is ready, then again they are shipped back to America for certification. Because in world there are three kind of certification: GIA, HRD, and IGI. But most of the people whom we sell, they prefer GIA certificate. So again they used to go back to America for certification, then again used to come back, and then it used to get distributed to our all networks of offices.
Okay, so how do you actually ensure that they're ethically sourced? You mentioned
The certification is one process.
certification.
The Kimberley certification is one process,
Yes.
and we have our set of few suppliers whom we work very closely and loyally. So we know that they are also sourcing it from a genuine source and ethically sourced. So we don't open our purchases to anyone and everyone. We have set of suppliers whom
Okay.
only we buy from.
Are customers caring more and more about this, do you think?
Yes, of course. The
They
young
are?
millenniums, the customers, they want to know where their diamonds have. They want to know the history of their diamond. So, a very interesting thing we had done a few years back. A lady, she asked that, okay, I like this particular ring, but I want to know the history of this ring. And fortunately, we had it. So that particular stone, the rough stone, was sourced from Botswana. So from Botswana, so it had the whole history of it, how a rough diamond had looked like, and
Yeah.
how it had come. We had a history that how that rough diamond became like a polished diamond.
I just want to ask more about, do you mean from the people want to know from the moment it was sourced
It was
from
sourced from
Earth
which mines it
until-
was sourced from. For example, it was
until-
sourced from this particular XYZ mine, where it is mined from, how that travel history of that particular rough diamond had been.
Okay, so you were describing, we were talking about millennials.
Yeah.
And how they, in particular, are customers that want to know the very, very origins of a
so
diamond.
young millenniums now, they exactly know what they want to buy. They exactly know where the money is getting spent, and they want to know that it is ethically sourced. They don't care for the big diamonds or cheap diamonds. They want to know if it's ethically sourced, and it has been, even they come to our factories, they see our workers, all that artisans and everything. They even interact with them, that how's their working conditions and everything. So that's very important in the millennium. So when they know that they want to buy this XYZ diamond or a 1 carat diamond, they would ask the whole history of that.
Are they different than other consumers? Like, for
Mil-
example, I guess the Z generation are a bit young.
Yeah,
to,
the young generations, they don't want to buy too much on diamonds because they have income. They want to spend wisely. They want to spend on travel. They want to spend on other things. So when they come for spending in jewelry, they like to go with small things, very dainty things. It's not like the old generation where they wanted to buy a big piece or like an antique piece.
Okay.
So young generation, the millenniums, interesting, they are very much focused on the classic pieces. So the classic piece would, it's a timeless piece.
Yeah.
They can wear it today and forever.
Yes, yes,
The
yes.
young millenniums are looking forward for the small pieces, good pieces, but a classic pieces.
That's interesting. So, how is the industry now responding to that demand from the customer for transparency? How is the industry responding to that?
No, industries are, in our industry, everything, without paperwork or without transparency, nobody works. Everything is sourced from all the companies are, registered with responsible sourcing your teams and everything. The Kimberley process is also very important at the things. Or even, in fact, the certification of GIA, HRD and everything, they want to know whom they are doing certifications for.
Yes, yes. Okay, so let's move to the Dubai market.
Yeah.
So Dubai is the hub of luxury.
Yes.
Luxury here is on a different level. For example, in my previous podcast, we covered a hotel, and we're discussing how the standards of a 5-star hotel in Europe, for example, versus Dubai is different. Does that also apply in the diamond industry?
Yes, of course.
Are you seeing that?
Dubai has transformed massively. I've seen in front of my eyes from 2004 to 2025 right now. Dubai has transformed massively. The vision of the rulers here has changed so much. Luxury, Dubai is going to be like a new capital for luxury. People, they like big things, nice things. They like statement pieces. So at every level, when we have to keep upgrading ourselves, upgrading our designs, because you see now, you must have seen in last few years amount of influx of people which has come in a good way.
Yes, yes.
That has helped. Amount of millionaires they have moved. So people, they want to satisfy themselves. When they buy a natural piece of jewelry, they satisfy themselves.
Yes.
So we as a jeweler, we keep upgrading our standards with the different designs, different models like that. So Dubai is going to be one of the biggest hub for the luxury market.
And what do consumers care about the most when they're choosing?
Of course, the main thing is the craftsmanship.
Yeah.
The quality of diamond, the quality of semi-precious stone, precious stones, everything they care for. When you are doing a top work with the finest piece of jewelry, they don't mind spending big money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They want a good quality of workmanship. They often compare the quality of workmanship, what we do here, with the European or Italian quality.
That's amazing. It's very good because, of course, you have a lot more consumer demand, but at the same time, it challenges you a lot more as well.
So, from the challenge point of view, let's see, because we have demands from all over the world, and Dubai is such a centralized place. We could meet any sourcing from any part of the world sitting in Dubai. When a customer walks in, let's say he or she will say, I have only 3 days to manufacture this particular piece of ring. We take that challenge head on, and we could do it. Because of the central location of Dubai, we could source goods from India, US, from Belgium, any part of the world. It can just fly it in, clear the customs, and straight away goes to our factory for the setting, and the piece is ready at that time.
Yeah.
So I don't think any part of the world which I would say that they are so fast and they are so consumer oriented, because they want customer satisfaction is the main thing in Dubai.
So at the moment, as you know, it's engagement and wedding season in Dubai. December, January, the weather's beautiful.
Weather's beautiful.
Everybody wants to do them outdoors, etc. So it's a very high demand on those kind of rings. What trends are you seeing in the region when it comes to engagement and wedding rings?
So the pave setting rings are one of the very trending things. Classic rings, which I mentioned before, also are very good. Halo setting rings, oval, round diamond, teardrop, 3 stone, 5 stones rings are also very much in. Apart from the engagement rings, the classic like tennis necklace, tennis bracelets are moving very good. Multi-shapes bracelets are also moving very good.
You mentioned how your clients, end up being friends
Yes.
or long-term clients, loyal, returning clients. How important do you think is the
That is the
relationship?
most important part of the business. I would say that's the core of the business. The trust what they carry, the transparency what we give them, because those are the people who's branding my brand. They are taking my brand to a next level. The word of mouth publicity is the main publicity. They talk about their experience, how they were treated in our shop, and that's where that's the most important. Then each and every customer, when we sit down with them, we want to understand them that what exactly they are looking. We make them try different sets of rings, different designs of the rings, different style of the ring. So we narrow it down. So once we start with 10 options, we try to narrow it down to 2-3 options. And once the 2-3 options are there on the table, we create the designs around those 2-3 options. So the client is satisfied that exactly I want this particular piece. Because I don't want a client to walk out and say, oh, I should have tried this shape, or I should have tried that design. Because we put all the options on the table and then we talk about those options, which is good for you and which is not good for you.
Yes.
And they take our advice. So that's also a good part of it.
So, in fact, for a business person like yourself, in your position, you would have to have communication skills, you would have
Yes.
to have, trust building skills
Yes.
and so on.
So
Yeah.
it's not only me, it's the whole team. The whole team at Pristine, they know what exactly their job is supposed to be. It's about the transparency of the product. It's about the transparency of the each and every piece of jewelry. The timely delivery is also a very important thing. So for a lot of customers, that particular day, that particular time matters a lot. So we make sure that it has been delivered on that particular day and time.
Yes.
So we make sure that customer is in loop of everything from the day it has started, they have placed the order till the last moment.
So let's go through some of the precious stones.
Yes.
Let's start with emeralds.
Emerald is very, in our culture when we wear emerald, so it is more of a, you want to calm yourself up. It goes with the color stone. In rubies, the world best rubies are from Burma, from Myanmar.
Yes, yeah.
World best emeralds are from Panjshir in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Now the emerald which has been talked a lot is from Muzo mine in Colombia. Rubies, the rubies from Burma, which is one of the rarest ruby which you get unhit, Mogok. The mine name is Mogok, where it is known as a pigeon blood ruby. So the color of the ruby and the blood of that pigeon is exactly same. So it can be like, once you find a perfect unheated rubies, it's going to be 10 times more expensive than diamonds.
Okay. Last one, sapphires.
Sapphires, yeah. Kashmir sapphire are the best.
Kashmir sapphires.
But I think it's not so much easily available in the market. If you would have seen the auction of a Kashmir sapphire in a necklace back in few years, it was sold for $100 million.
And sapphires are not always blue.
No, sapphires
come in
comes in multicolor. It comes in pink color, pink sapphire, blue sapphire, yellow sapphire. But the blue sapphire from Sri Lanka is also known as one of the best knowns.
Okay. Closing question is, what does luxury mean to you?
Luxury means to me, it's an interesting question. you know, when I create a piece, you know, and luxury is just not the amount. Luxury is the piece where you feel pride of possessing it.
Yes.
It can be a small piece, it can be a very big piece. But if I could create that piece, and if I could, you know, hand it over to my customer and they feel happy and they feel it, and which they have it for a lifelong, that's a piece which I have created, that I can define it as luxury.
Being proud of this possession.
Yes.
Okay.
Proud, yeah.
Well, Atit, the time has flown so fast, and we've come to the end of our
Thank you so
conversation. Thank you so much for visiting me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.